part is consistency, and we're going to do 2 5-minute exercises each player. So one is for the forehand and one is for the backhand. So we're going to do an incremental of 1 shot for the forehand side. So we're going to do 1 forehand, 1 backhand, 2 forehands, 1 backhand, 3 forehands, 1 backhand, and we keep climbing, hopefully to 50 repetitions. That's minimum. No, not 50. It's too many. No, minimum 8. 8 is sort of a good base of 8 repetitions to get there. Now, if the player attacking or blocking misses, you start again. Okay, and even if you do get to 8, just keep going. Try and get to 10, 11, as far as you can get. Now, how do we become consistent besides, you know, all of the body rotation that we always talk about, the technicalities of the forehand? What else can we do to be consistent? Can anyone tell me another little thing that we can do to be consistent? Correct. Not hitting too hard. And when we talk about hitting too hard, I want to go a little bit further with that. I don't mean that you cannot hit hard. You can, but it needs to be in control. All right? And I want you guys to develop that awareness of hard hitting and slow hitting. So changing your pace. One of the biggest issues I see that when someone hits 1 shot hard and the ball comes back, what do we do with that next ball? What do we want to do with the next one? Hit it harder, and if the ball comes back, what do we want to do with the next one?
Hit it harder again.
Harder again, and there's always an endless climb until you miss that ultimately will make you lose the point. So I want you to, in this part of the exercise, to become aware of how hard you're hitting and regulate your pace from fast shot to slower, to faster, to slower, and try and find the limit. For example, I'll do it. So we'll start 1 forehand, 1 backhand, 2 forehands, 1 backhand, and one of these I will select a little bit quicker, 1 backhand, and then 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, backhand, and now 5, 1, 2, and then start again, 1, 1. So if you make a mistake, you start again. So be mindful of your pace, of your technique, of your movement. Also, footwork is always involved in this, so you want to make sure that you're constantly shifting your weight, especially when you're doing too many backhands, forehands in a row, keeping your pace. And so I'm making sure I'm regulating my pace, sometimes faster, sometimes slower. Not always climbing, not always slow. So consistency is also not just hitting slow like this, to be consistent and to do the drill properly and to hopefully get to 11, like Bruno said. That means nothing, right? So you still have to do the shot properly, as if you are playing a game, all right? Not just for the sake of getting high numbers. Try and challenge yourself to do it properly, all right? On the backhand, we're looking at pure control. So no spin on the backhand, just control the ball. The focus is our consistency on the forehand and our awareness of our speed. So I'm not counting, I'm just guessing how much. Alright, so that's the focus. So that's 1 for the forehand side. So the same player will do 5 minutes of this one, and then the next one is the opposite. So we start 1 backhand, 1 forehand, and now 2 backhands, and control here, 3 backhands, and control here, 4 backhands, and then the backhand becomes the more aggressive shot, and the forehand takes the role of controlling. Does that make sense? Any questions?